Sai Ram. So today is the last word, uh, empowerment. So as I told you all earlier, only if Swami asked me to talk, I can talk. Otherwise, I cannot speak. I am not a speaker. I don't get words either. So anyway, very happy with Margari Masam going on. And after I finish this episode of Swami, because I cannot intervene in between, I'll talk little about Margari Masam because it's actually Margari Masam is known to everybody. The basic things I don't want, because if I have to talk about Tirupavi, it will take 30 days to finish all this. So I'm not getting into that. But please, those who do not understand the meaning of Tirupavi, please go and see the YouTube channel of Deshamangir Karashi, because she defends defends it so well. And as I told you, since I was born and brought up in Trivandrum, and Amma being a very staunch, you know, what do you call, a believer of God and goddesses, she knew. I don't know how she knew all these meanings. And moreover, whatever, as I told you, whatever she taught me, whatever my grandfather taught me, was all I saw. That was what I saw in Swami's teachings. So it was not at all difficult for me to grasp it or imbibe it, or to what do you call, to accept it, and put it into practice in my life. Okay, now empowerment. So this empowerment came to me because of all the other things. As I told you, meticulous marriage, meticulous acceptance, resilience, resourceful, and then ambitious, intellect, all those, like MARRIAGE, grateful, and then gratitude, grateful, and empowerment. So this gratitude, grateful, and all these things cannot flourish without grace. So I always feel, as I told you, my empowerment was only because of all these things. What Swami told me, MARRIAGE, that is what I followed my marriage, and I have nothing to regret about things. Of course, two individuals from different family have different ideas and different views and different characters, right? So unless and until we accept it and go ahead in life, I don't think marriage can be a good institution. If it's not going to be good, if it's not going to be a very good institution, and I always feel, don't think that I'm telling that ladies should accept. No, I'm telling ladies have more courage, more strength, more stamina, more understanding than men. So it's always better to be wise and use your intellect and become a successful woman, successful lady in a marriage. And as we grow older, we have to accept even children not even calling us very on occasions, or they don't call us, doesn't mean that they don't like you or they don't love you. But you must always understand. My amma always used to tell, ஒரு குருவி வந்து எத்தனை நாளைக்கு தான் சாப்பாடு கொடுக்க முடியும், அது 2 நாளைக்கு அதை சரகு முத்துற வரைக்கும் சாப்பாடு கொடுத்து வளர்த்தும், அப்புறம் அதே மூக்கால கொத்தி நெஸ்ட்லேருந்து வெளியில் போடும், அப்போ தான் அது பறக்க படிக்கும். குருவி பின்னாடியே போக முடியாது. தட் மீன்ஸ் you have to understand from her talking. You must understand that a mother cannot come behind you, neither your husband can come behind you, and once you understand these facts of life, because even day-to-day life, I'm seeing ladies suffering around me. I'm seeing so many ladies suffering and struggling and depending on the husband for everything. How many times I've told them, please be independent, please be independent. Take an auto and go. If you cannot afford a taxi, please take an auto and go and buy things. Don't depend on your husband. No, and you cannot see, like Swami says, you cannot change anybody, unless and until they want to change, unless until they want to refine themselves. You cannot do anything. You make a somersault also, you cannot do anything unless until you. Again, I'm telling, it all comes in the upbringing. So when I just look back at these people who are just lazy and sleeping and not being productive, not being active, I see the background. The mothers have taught them so, and they're teaching the same thing to to their children, you know. So more than improving, more than understanding the technology, you know, like this app, that app, no, you can survive without any app, honestly speaking. Example, there are plenty of ladies, I tell you, plenty of ladies who doesn't even know how to operate a phone. Still, they are surviving by selling their products uh, by word of mouth. I always feel it's always your business or whatever you are running, your business or whatever, if you're an entrepreneur, uh, the improvement in your business should be word of mouth. You know why? Because example myself, I'll quote myself as an example. Um, because when I started breeding, everybody thought I cannot breed dogs in a vegetarian diet. But thanks to Geeta Surendran and my veterinarians who told, yes, you can, unless and until you have a systematic way of bringing them up with vegetarian diet with calcium, vitamin, zinc, phosphorus, you know, iron, multivitamin, all those vitamin E, all those things. So, in fact, uh, it is much tougher than giving a non-vegetarian diet, because you should see that they get everything like the way we live. You know, we cook in such a way that we get all the what do you call, all the vitamins and minerals, whatever it is, you know, for the body growth, especially old age. We have to be very careful. So what I mean to say is, it is not because you become updated with your app that we can survive in this world. No, I always feel word of mouth, because mm, when I became a breeder, in fact, as I told you, even though I stayed in a remote area, there were people who came in search of me. Word of mouth. Somebody picks up one puppy from me, they go and tell, I took this puppy from Radhika Srinivas, Sai Kennels, beautiful puppies. That's enough. That is enough. The same way for boarding, I started looking after a few people's dogs just like that, because they were going out of station and they never know, they didn't know where to leave the dog. In fact, to be frank, sorry, I'm having a very bad irritation of the throat because a lot of partheniums next near the window. And moreover, I will not blame me because I'm getting up early. No, I will not blame that lot of parthenium. I am very much allergic to parthenium. So how much ever you try to clean, it's very difficult. I'm talking in between, Swami, sorry, because I don't want people to think that I'm doing like that, because once the parthenium starts flowering, the pollen allergy is there. No? Anyways, I am taking precautions for that. You know, it's somebody else's site, so you can't go and fight with them because they don't clean the place. Tamil Nadu, you know. Anyway, so coming back to the point of empowerment. So I remember Mr. and Mrs. Raman, who stayed in E Road. From there, they came. sorry, they drove down to Bangalore. Early morning, they drove down to Bangalore, left the dog with us, and then they parked their car in Cosmopolitan Club, and they took the flight and went to the US. And after coming back from the US, again did the same thing. They came, stayed in the club for 2-3 days, took rest, and then came and picked up their pet and drove all the way to Europe. So what I mean to say is, I am not an entrepreneur who became famous by any app. Even now, I am not using any apps extra, you know, I will not. So as I know, I am in Facebook as Sai Radhika, and Vibes of Sai created by Swami, and in WhatsApp. That's all. That is what, and my email. So I don't believe in updating myself, and I don't believe that if a parent or this older generation doesn't update themselves through the apps, they are outdated. No, I never feel that. There's no need for us to go into that, you know. So empowerment comes from within. Each and every work you do should be for empowerment. Example, my breeding and boarding. I got empowerment. You know, I changed I changed myself to understand that this is the capacity my husband can push. This is the capacity. So I have to push myself to get empowerment. I have to empower myself to achieve my goals. Moreover, about you know, dog breeding, dog boarding. It's all, it was all very tough. But I could achieve this place in this society, or in the, telling the Sai kennels. Sai kennels are the best puppies. Sai kennels are quality puppies. Sai kennels are always, even though she's away from breeding, she's the best. That is enough. That is enough. Even now, I don't have any. As I told you, I am not updated, person with my new apps. But I am known to the field because what I did with honesty and sincerity and devotion and dedication. So I'm still known, and there are people who call me and tell me they're missing me at Bangalore because they can't leave their pet anywhere and go. Even though they have a lot of boarding kennels in Bangalore, in and out of Bangalore, they feel, nothing like you, Radhika, nothing like you. The personal touch, the personal care, the dog refuses to go back to them. When the pet owners come back to take them, they refuse. That is called the devotion. And I always say I gave the devotion to the pets. And when the pets or pet owner came and took the puppy or the dog or whatever it is, they took their pets back. The pets showed their devotion to me by not going to the master. There were times when I had to sneak into the car of the pet owner and sit there and ride a little bit and tell them, please slow down the car and slowly hold the dog, hold your pet by the collar. I will slowly get down. I used to walk miles to come back to my house. That was my dedication and devotion to animals. And moreover, as I always say, empowerment is something which nobody can install in your brain. Empowerment is something that you have to find, you have to search, you have to work, you have to what do you call it? Research. You have to kind of travel into the journey of making yourself an empowered person. So that is not that easy, but if you have a will, you can do it. So this is how I got my empowerment, and like Swami said, this empowerment have to come from within. Nobody can make you, oh Radhika, I will do this for you. No, nobody can get into your brain. You have to tune your brain according to your this thing. See, now I get up at 3 o'clock. I was getting up at 4 o'clock. Now I get up at 3 o'clock. So I felt this is much better than the 4 o'clock, because I can finish all my work, sweeping, swabbing. As I told you, I don't have any servant. I never kept any maid till today. So it's much easier, and you feel the divine spirit in you, and you become one to one with the puja time. You get more concentration on the puja, what you're doing, and you've got plenty of time to do what you want. You can conquer the world. In fact, to be frank, for me 24 hours is not enough, because I can conquer anything in the world because of my empowerment. Because I empower at this age of 66, I still empower myself, telling, no Radhika, this is not correct, don't do that. I talk to myself, I make a timetable for myself. This is what I should do today, this is what I should do today. If I have not done it, I take it wrong, I have not achieved this. So it is not to prove to anybody that I am something great, it is to prove to myself that I've been doing something good. And again, as I always say, I have only one desire in my life now, to get into a piece of land, agricultural land in the outskirts of Dalbalapura, and do little bit of help to empower the ladies, because every house, every woman will have some kind of passion or some kind of talent. We have to dig it, as I told you, dig it from the brain and bring it out, and we'll try to with no force, we'll try to teach them this, that, but if that doesn't come to them, you have to leave them. But every woman have got a passion, not only passion, but the main problem which stops them from achieving to become an empowered person is laziness. And we'll talk about, thank you so much Swami for guiding me and making me talk about this whole topic about marriage. And I was only talking about my marriage, because I cannot talk about somebody else's marriage. So beautiful journey with Swami, who made me talk about my marriage in a very polished way. And tomorrow or day after, I'll talk little about Kartika Masam and Andal, you know. But I will not describe too much on that because, as I told you, it's not possible here. And with power going, very often power going, power failure, and all those things. And moreover, you know, everybody should listen to Tirupavai, Tiruvambavai, and try to understand what our ancestors, what our great saints and great composers taught us, and what is this Tirupavai, Tiruvambavai, and what is Kartika Masam. I will talk only what my Amma taught me. As I always tell you, when I'm talking about Swami's messages and Swami asked me to talk, I have to cover myself like this. This is what Swami told me. Every time Swami tells me. Now, ever since I left my body, I am seeing ladies pinning up this left side up to here, showing all this side and only covering here. So I request and plead to all sisters and volunteers, please do not forget that Swami always wanted a lady to cover herself so nicely. As I told you, always remember once I have hardly went to Whitefield. There I have always seen the moment that the pallav is little gone here, this side, the volunteers will come behind Amma Sairam, please pull your sari. So please, at least respect Swami. There's no point in talking about Swami's teachings and Swami said this, Swami said that, Swami told this, Swami told nothing like that. But please, go by Swami. What Swami told us, ladies should always cover nicely like this when they're talking about Swami. So thank you so much, Swami, for guiding me and diverting me and making me talk about my marriage in a very polished way again. So my Shatakoti pranams to my Satya Sai Baba and all my elders, especially my Amma, who brought me up in such a strict way, for which I am so very grateful to her. Thank you, Saira.